Greetings. Uh, um, this is Manav Roy, and it had been a long time. Probably you don't know me. So let me just remind you that I had a channel named Vyom Aerospace channel, and in that channel I had uploaded a video on our project of a space module, and it's been almost an year that I haven't uploaded any video till in that channel. So I am back on a new channel, and I'll try to upload as quick as I can, because for this gap between that video and this video is very long, because my exams were going on. I had much burden on my head. So let's just talk about what we are gonna do in this video. And if you have other questions related to my channels, you can comment me. Okay, so today in this video we are gonna make a tutorial on how to make satellite animation in Blender. And because I have just downloaded Blender 3.1 version, so I can make mistakes because Blender 3.1 is new for me. Till now I was using Blender 2.8 version, so there will be a long gap between them. So I will try my best to understand it. If somehow I don't understand the software UI, then I'll change back to Blender 2.8. So I think that's every information I can give from now. So here we are in Blender. So first things first, let me just tell you that for before we start making a satellite model, we are gonna use this cube. We are not gonna delete it, don't worry. And then we are gonna take this picture as the satellite, as a reference picture, we say. So we are gonna first make the basic model of the satellite, and then I'll make a second modeling part for the advanced models of the satellite, in which we will make the details of the satellite like this. You can see the antennas, the small propellant tank. It's basic. This one is being basic, and these gain antennas, all these. So we are gonna make that in the advanced part. For now, we're just gonna make this huge antenna, the body, the propellant tank, and the solar array. So let's get started. First, here's our cube. So let's first move the cube. And also one more thing, if I use some shortcuts on Blender, all those shortcuts will be represented in this left corner. So don't worry if I miss any shortcut. Like if I'm using this middle mouse button, it will show me middle like that. If I grab this cube, it will show me G, and right click to put it back. It didn't show the right click, I don't know why, but leave it. So let's first grab the cube and move it a little along the z-axis. Now z-axis is the axis from which we go up and down. So if we press G and then press Z, we can go up like that. And then sorry, I just pressed W, changes from here. As you can see, if I press W, it changes. Let's put it here. And then shift and middle, you can actually move around in Blender, and only middle mouse button you can rotate in the axis of the camera or the viewer. Then I again press W. Oh my god. Okay, now this is our body of the satellite. Now we need a propellant tank. So for the propellant tank, let's click Shift A. Like this, we can get this box thing. What I say? I didn't got the word, but you need this, and as it comes up, you can also get it on from here, the add button.
the add tab, I say, and from the mesh you have to take a circle. No. Circle is a actually some people got confused that we need a circle for the propellant tank, but people get confused in between circle and a UV sphere. Well, circle is a 2D figure, whereas a UV sphere is a 3D. We need a 3D figure. So here we have the UV sphere. Then, if you look closely, the UV sphere is kind of like jagged, means it's so low poly. Like you have low poly games, yeah, something like that. So what people do is they usually go in this, what I say, a tab, and they actually just increase the segments, which makes it smooth, look smooth. But that's the you shouldn't do that, because like that it would be hard to model this thing. So we are not gonna use this add UV sphere tab. Instead of that, we are gonna just use some modifiers. But first, let's just move it up from and put it right here, like in the picture. So we are gonna press grab, means G, and Z to move it along the Z axis. Here we are. But if you see, it's quite big, not like the picture. So to make it like quite small, you have to press it and then press S to scale it. And I think it would be somewhere like this. Yeah, it's okay, I guess. And yeah, if you press A button, it will select all the stuff. Okay. Now, if you see, it's not totally inside. If I show you from this side or this side, it's not totally outwards like in this image. So we have to just move it along the z-axis a little bit more. So G and Z, somewhere like here. Fair enough. Make it a bit more small, I guess. Fair enough. So there we go. It's the propellant tank. Now, actually, we're not gonna make much changes to this propellant tank. So what we're gonna do now, we are gonna shade it smooth. So what people usually do to shade it smooth, they just right click on it and shade smooth. Yeah, it's kind of smooth. It looks kind of smooth. But if you look closely, you still got those jagged borders, or what we can say, the lines of this sphere is still jagged. So shading smooth is actually, we use shade smooth only when we need we to get an idea when we will shade smooth how it will look like. So we're not going to use this. Instead of that, we are going to use a modifier. So to use a modifier, we first go in the modifier, and then we use a subdivision surface. Now, through this name, you got to know that it subdivides the surface of a particular given shape. So if we click on it, it will automatically apply on this, and I don't know what the heck just happened. Okay, so now I guess what's the problem is. So this sphere is not getting subdivided because we need to change something in the preferences. So it's, I guess, Blender, the creators of Blender should already make it uncheck. So that would be better, because like this people get confused why I'm not able to make it smooth. So yeah, if any creator or Blender if are seeing this, please note it down that it should be unchecked as default. Please make it unchecked as default. So that's it. Now we can subdivide it easily. We go to subdivision surface, and here we go. Now you can see that the mesh is getting subdivided. See, it's way more smoother than before. Now to make it smoother, you just go to the levels viewport right here in the subdivision modifier, and then just crank up this levels viewport, Like that, it will become more smoother. Don't crank too much or your computer will start lagging. So for me the best settings is 3. And if you're done, you can also apply the subdivision from somewhere, like yeah, from here you can apply this modifier. And then, but the problem is you cannot change the settings anymore if you apply it. So let's just keep it like this. Now we have the tank, or the, what we can say, the propellant tank of this probe. Now we can just put it in this side of this cube, or the body of the probe. Now we are gonna grab it again and push the Z button, and it will go along the Z axis. And there we go, the propellant tank. Excellent. So now we got a propellant tank. Now we can start making, let's start making the solar array. Now the solar array is quite simple, you see. So for making solar array, you need a plane. So for bringing a plane, press Shift A, and then from mesh, bring a plane. That's simple as that. Now first grab it, move it along the Z axis, somewhere here. That's it. And now again grab it and move it along the X axis. So it will move along the X axis only. And put it somewhere here. Satisfied I am. So now to make it look like this, we need to edit this plane. To editing the plane, you have to simply press here's a tab in which you have to press, and then you can select the edit mode, or you can simply press tab. Yeah, simple as that. Just press tab on your keyboard, and then you will go into the edit mode. Now you see, to make the edit, if you want to edit a mesh, we say a object. Object means mesh, they are the same thing. So if you want to edit a mesh, you need more vertices. Now what are vertices? Someone says vertex or vertices. I'm not that good in English, so just leave it. I just call them vertices. So these vertices are not enough for making this array, so we need more vertices. So for that, we have to right click on it and then press subdivide. It will subdivide these vertices, as you can see. So many people have queries like, if we can subdivide this only by right clicking, why we can't subdivide a sphere by only right clicking on it? Well, it's because subdivision on sphere wouldn't work, and it would work but it won't make it smooth. So subdivision only adds more vertices, but it won't make the shape smooth. Like if I click on the sphere, I subdivide it, it won't make it smooth. It will only keep it as simple as the square. Not square, actually a cube. My god, my geometry. Okay, so let's add some more vertices. A little bit more. There we go. Exactly this much we need. So from the picture, we can see we need some sort of this type of look. So for making that, first we need to delete these vertices. Well, not exactly vertices, because only deleting vertices. Oh my god. Okay, so not only deleting vertices will delete that particular area. For deleting that area of the vertices which makes a square, we need to switch to the face selection mode. From this, we can select the faces of this plane, or the vertices which creates this square. So now we can select the faces, we can delete it. But if you see that deleting these faces, if you click shift and select them, and then you delete the faces. Okay, I wasn't expecting that to happen. Actually, I am missing one step. I actually skipped one step. Wait a minute. Let me just go Control Z. So we need to do one more thing. So before we make the array, we need to also extend. We need to make it a broad too. Means we need to have some thickness in this array. And you can see it's paper plane. It's so flat. So making that thickness, you have to select everything, every face. You have to click A, and then you have to press E to extrude. It will extrude the face like that. Then you can have the width you want, and there we go. So that's quite too perfect, I say. So there we go. Now we have a thick array. Okay. Alright, now we can delete the faces. But if we go to delete the faces, they are not getting deleted because there are more faces in this side. So to make the work easier, let me just press Ctrl Z. So to make the work easier, we are gonna head to a different what we can say a view mode, which is right here. It's called the X-ray mode, which toggles the normal mode to the X-ray mode, which will make look things through it. Means you can look through them now, and then you can also select through them like that. Okay, shift and select, and then you can delete the faces, and then you can exit the X-ray mode, and there we go. Simple as that. Now you are gonna see that what is this? We don't want this. Well, it quite looks nice, so I guess it's okay to have that. But it's not here, so let me just delete that too. I'm gonna select those by pressing shift and click the mouse, left mouse button, delete the faces. There we go. Okay, so now you can see that right here, there we can see through it. So you might be thinking, why the heck is this happening? So to fix it, what I'm gonna do, oh, I just saw that this is just flying. Wait a minute, let me just go to the normal mode, grab it and along the x-axis and join this like this. Yeah, that's better. Alright, go to the edit mode again, and now what we are gonna do, you can see through it now. It's like hollow. So to fill it, well, we are gonna use vertices instead of using faces. So let's go to a vertices mode, or no, not vertices. We are gonna use edges, so which will select the edges itself. Let's select edges. These edges. Sorry. Oh, okay. These edges. Why the hell I'm not able to move? Okay. These edges. Oh, and these edges. I don't think this will make much problem. Now we can extrude along the z-axis. There we go. Piece of art, I say. Okay, there we go. We have a solar panel right there. Quite efficient. Right now it's simplified. I'm not gonna make that like this. It's like a, what can I say, a parallelogram. Yeah, it's like a no, not a parallelogram, a trapezium. Yeah, it's like a trapezium, so I cannot make like that for now because it's a basics. So I'm just gonna make it quite simple, and if you see this origin is here for no reason, you can just simply click shift C. Yeah, there we go. Now it's in the origin where it was. Now we have a panel, a solar panel, a solar array. We can make it quite like this. So to do that, we are gonna duplicate this part. Okay, let's go to the face selection, and we are gonna go in the up view from here. Okay, and now we are gonna select these faces. Let me just go to the X-ray mode. It would be better to select all the faces beside this plane, and then we can click Shift D to duplicate it, and now you can see it's duplicated. Now I'm moving it somewhere else. So what people do, they just duplicate it and then put it somewhere here. That's will make a problem while modeling. So you have to do it Control C again, and then Shift D. We have to duplicate and right click or right button of your mouse. This will make the duplicate plane rest on your earlier plane, or the earlier solar panel, earlier solar array, whatever you want to say. Okay, so now we have the duplicated mesh. Now we can just move it at this side, like in the diagram, the picture, etc. what you want to say. So not S actually, right click it, G to grab it, and then move it along the y-axis. There we go. Okay, so you can see that the plane is right here, the second plane and the first plane. Okay, cool. Now this is the first plane. Now we need another plane like this, so we're gonna just select the first plane, Shift D, and rest it where it was, and then grab it and move it along the y-axis with equal lengths. Now we can turn on the normal mode again, and here we go. Here we go. We have the solar arrays. Cool enough, I say. Okay, now we have to join these solar arrays. To do that, we are gonna first make let me just make it big. So we are gonna make the borders first, or we don't need the borders actually. It will come with the textures, no problem. So let's just first join the solar arrays with these thin lines. So we are just gonna use these sides, okay, and then extrude them along the y-axis. You don't need to actually press the Y key. It will automatically extrude it along the y-axis. Let me just make it more better. E to extrude, and there we go. Good enough. What I'm gonna try one thing, that can we make them thinner like in the picture. I was thinking to make it thinner. So so to do that, we're gonna go in Z. We're gonna click this. It will become like 2D figure for some time. Then we're gonna toggle the X-ray mode and select this whole face, and as well as this one, and then duplicate these faces, and then we can delete the older ones. Okay, so what we are gonna do is Shift D to duplicate, and then we have to press P to unparent them, which will make them a separate figure, a separate mesh. So select, and there we go, we have the separate mesh. Now what we can do, it's separate mesh now, so we are gonna select them again like the earlier ones, not the sides of the plane. Okay, wait a minute. There we go, and then we can delete them. Simple as that. and then we are having these plane. We can now go to the, we can exit the edit mode by pressing tab, go to the planes, and then we can enter the edit mode, select the planes by pressing A, and then size them. Cool. So we need something like this. Yeah. Also extrude them along the y-axis. Okay, good enough. Also just grab it and keep it along the y-axis somewhere here. Satisfied, I say. Let me just do one more thing. Then grab it and move it along the x-axis a bit. Looking nice, I say. So we have to do the same thing with the plane again. So exit the, what we can say, the edit mode, and then go to the object mode and select the array. Go to the top view, then go to the edit mode again. Select the same faces. Go to the X-ray mode too. Okay, just zoom in and then delete them. Yeah, you might be thinking, why did you duplicate them? That's because we have already, you see, we are going to use this mesh in here too. So it's object mode. Now we are going to do Shift D again, then right click, and then just press G key and move it along the x-axis. No, y-axis. Okay, mistakes are committed by the humans, please ignore them. So there we go, we have proper, what can I say, joints for the solar array. There we go, we have the basic solar array for our mesh. Ta-da! And now we can make the antenna. Well, making the antenna is quite simple. So let me just show you how to make an antenna. So first press Shift A and bring a UV sphere. There we go. Grab it along the z-axis, make it like this. Scale it. Okay, bit more. Go in the Y. Skip. Oh, sorry. Caps lock. Okay. So now we are gonna go in the X-ray mode again. Tab, and then we're gonna delete this part of the mesh of sphere. So let's delete and then exit the X-ray mode. Yeah, it's kind of look like now like it's antenna, it's a high gain antenna. Now we can put it right here. So grab it along the x-axis, again grab it along the z-axis. It's already started to look like this picture. Quite fascinating, I say. But as you can see, the antenna is more like flat. What we're gonna do is we're gonna again go in edit mode, then we have to go vertex selection, and then we're gonna select this vertex. So what we're gonna do that when we select this vertex and then go in this mode, and then when we just grab it, it should go inside with the whole body, but it's not doing that because it's a single vertex. Doing that makes things very hard, because you have to then do everything by selecting each vertex. So to make it easier, we have this mode. This is the proportional editing mode. In this you can easily select all the vertices and you can move them, and with only single vertex, and this whole shape will deform. Let me just show you. When you will grab it, this circle, you can see this circle which is showing up. Using this circle, you can you can control the shape or shape it. Let me just also do it along the z-axis. That would be better. And using the middle mouse scroll, you can do it something like this. Voila. Now it's quite looking like a dish or antenna. Why I call it a dish, I have no idea. So there we go. Now you can turn off the proportional editing and exit the edit mode. And there we go. We have a proper dish. Ta-da! So now we have to put this dish on this side. So let me just grab it again a bit. Let me just go here, like somewhere here. Okay, we also need this, what we can say, a proper, like, a support for this. Now I have seen a 3D model before of this probe, which we known as Mangalyaan. So in this probe I have seen that this antenna is quite sticking with the body, because this antenna was first something like this. Let me just show you. It was something like this when it was folded, but when it gets unfolded, it just become like this. So to properly showcase that mechanism, we're gonna just make that same mechanism. So let me just twerk it a bit. Y-axis, or no, z-axis. It is somewhere here, like that. Ooh, it started to look quite fascinating, I say. Damn. Okay. It's kinda also needs some tilt. So to tilt the antenna, you need to press R to rotate, or to rotate on its axis, and then you have to, like, if you have a certain amount of degrees or angles, you can just simply type angle on your keyboard. So like if I type 15 degrees, it will rotate in the 15 degrees. And then if I type minus 15 degrees, it will rotate something like that. So actually I don't want 15 degrees, I have 10, or wait, let me just do it 8. Yeah, it looks quite like that. Then grab it again along the z-axis, like that. Damn, that's quite nice. I guess a bit more twerking. Let me just rotate it along the y-axis, and then wait, no, it's okay. Okay, rotate along the y-axis, and then a bit more, about 5 degrees. No, sorry, minus 5 degrees. There we go. That's perfect as hell. Okay, so now we have this. Now we have to make the, like, it's a joint right there, which through which we can close this antenna. So to make the joint, if you know how the door joints looks like, we are gonna make the same door joint. So now, okay, so now I got an image from Google how the Mangalyaan looks from behind. Now we are gonna make this type of joint for the Mangalyaan. These details, as you can see here, we are gonna do in the next episode, don't worry. So let's first make this joint. Okay, so for making the joint, let me just go quite close, and so the joint is quite complicated, I say. So we are gonna first make a clean joint, a simple joint first, and then we are gonna make a complicated one. So wait, let me just found a perfect mesh for this work. So I'm gonna use a plane, then grab it along the z-axis. With this I'm gonna make the joint, not join, a joint. Okay, so let's just grab it again and move it along the x-axis, something like that. Go to the top viewpoint. Alright, oh, sorry. As you can see, this is the joint. Let me just move this more along the x-axis. That would be better. Okay, let's also give it some like breadth or some like some broadness. Make it thick. Okay. It's not extruding. I don't know why. Wait. Oh, I think we need to go in the edit mode to extrude it. Alright, got it. Somewhere there. Tab. And also we are gonna make it small a bit. And then again G, X. Okay. Now we have to also rotate a bit more along the x-axis, no, y-axis, something like -15. It's quite much. 10. There we go. Now dx, make it inside. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go tab mode. We're gonna turn on this x-ray mode, then subdivide it. Alright, subdivide it. More. Okay, so before I make it like this, I guess we should make this in the advanced mode because it's gonna be longer. So we're gonna make this part in the next advanced mode. So for now we are gonna just make it simple. Okay, so now let's select the faces and then let's make it these faces. I guess these ones and these ones. Oh, sorry, come on, these ones and these ones. We'll do it and then click delete faces. And when we exit the mode, come to object mode. Let me just also move it along the x-axis a bit more, like that. Okay, it's cutting. Alright, it's cutting it's a cutting edge technology. Okay, let's go G and then X, a bit more like what I am supposed to do. Let's just keep it like this for now. It's at least touching. In the advanced part I'm gonna cut it like this so that it would be better. And there we go, we have the basic model of Mangalyaan. Yeah, it's quite looking like that. So in the next part we're gonna make all the advanced structure. So I will meet you in my next video. Till then, goodbye.